let's talk about D. Wade. He is with the Bulls. What happens with Miami? How do they rebuild from here? Because there's so much uncertainty on that roster in terms of Chris Bosh. Is he coming back? What do they do?
I think you continue to renovate. You know, you look at that team and that organization, a lot, relies on the help of Chris Bosh, as you just mentioned. And you look at the young guys, Justin Winslow and, all the young guys that's coming along. Do you, proceed forward with this group, or do you start rebuilding on the fly? And, losing your franchise guy, a guy like Dwyane Wade, that's a walking Hall of Famer. He's done so much for that organization, and I just don't know where to begin.
Listen, so Justice Winslow's still a great guy. No disrespect. He said the other day, I'm still processing the fact that Dwyane Wade is gone. So if you had to bet money, would you have seen him with the Bulls this season? Did you think that he and the Heat would work it out? I
mean, Dwyane's godfather of my second youngest child, Ava, and we talk all the time. And I didn't see this happening, but, I learned prior, to the world, probably about 3 hours before everyone else knew. And there's certain things that you can't envision. You can't see Kobe without the Lakers. You can't see, Dirk Nowitzki without Dallas. And Dwyane Wade in another uniform is just, it's one of those wild moments where you're just like, wow, I just want to see what happens next.
Okay, I don't appreciate you dropping that little nugget on us on the low. Like, I didn't know that. You're like, I knew three hours before the world knew. So that means that was really a split-second decision in terms of he made that decision and then the world knew.
Yeah, definitely. It was something that him and his team and his family obviously discussed, and, it happened probably, I don't even want to say 24 hours. I want to say probably 15 to 10 hours.
Wow.
Before everyone else knew, so that's amazing.
All right, so still surreal for me in processing. Let's talk about the Bulls then. So there's Jimmy Butler, Rajon Rondo, and obviously Dwyane Wade. What does that look like for you? Because the other day, Rajon was asked about what's going on. He goes, no, this is Jimmy's team, as in they're deferring to him. How do you see that all playing out?
I mean, you look at a guy that's, battle-tested and, Dwyane Wade, and he's a proven champion, but you look at Jimmy Butler, and he's in the prime of his career right now, and he's playing at an amazing clip. He's a guy that's a two-way guy that everyone in the game respect, and, I'm a huge fan of his and also a personal friend, so I'm looking forward to his progress and just seeing what he does next season.
Playoff team?
Definitely a playoff team.
How deep?
Anything can happen in the East. Obviously, the powerhouse is Cleveland, but you look at what Dwyane Wade did, we're taking a step backwards now, but you look at last season and what he did with Miami, taking that team, a couple games away from the Eastern Conference Finals, and you look at what they got in play right now in Chicago with Jimmy Butler, Rajon Rondo, and all the fin pieces, they can go pretty deep in the Eastern Conference.
Caron Butler with a little bit of a nugget here. Thank you. I appreciate it.